Hi, I'm Bill Cotton, co-chair of the Advocacy Committee for the Columbus Medical Association. We're putting together the Advocacy 101 program so that you can learn how to successfully and comfortably talk with your legislators about bills or topics that are important to you and the medical community.
Hi, I'm Beth Liston. I am the state representative for Ohio House District 21. I'm also an internal medicine and pediatrics physician and the president-elect for the Columbus Medical Association. So in this video, we're going to talk about how important it is to meet with your legislator and how easy it is. We're going to go through steps to make sure that everyone feels comfortable sharing their knowledge and expertise on important issues in our state. People in the State House often come from various backgrounds. There's a lot of law, there's a lot of business. Almost none has ever really practiced medicine or healthcare. They rely on people like you to come in and share what it looks like, say this is what it actually means for people. And that's a really critical part of lawmaking. Well, the first step in setting up a meeting is making sure you know who your legislator is. You can just go to the ohiolegislature.gov, put in your address, and it'll tell you who you're represented by. Once you know that, you can send them an email or make a phone call. Both work, both will largely get to a legislative aid, but if you say that you want to meet, they'll make sure that happens. When you're contacting the office, I think the things you want to say is, one, if you're a constituent, you can meet with legislators that you're not a constituent of. That's fine, but then you're going to want to explain why you want to meet if you're not. If you have a bill or an experience that you feel like is really important because it relates to your practice, it relates to patients that you see, and you have knowledge that you think is really helpful in the process, say that up front. It will make sure that you and the meeting that you set up is, appropriately focused on the things that you want to accomplish. Don't be surprised if things change. If you get a last-minute call saying, hey, instead of coming up to the office, can you meet at the State House in this hallway? Or instead of meeting with the legislator, the aide is available. Keep that mental mindset in place when you go in, that it's often similar to medicine sometimes, and that things just are not completely predictable in terms of how long it'll take. So on the day of the meeting, parking can be a little tricky. Come a little early so that it isn't a stressor. You can park under the State House or under the Rife building. Truthfully, unless you get here really early on session days, that's likely to be full. Look for street parking when you arrive. There's plenty around. If that's full, there's a number of different downtown garages. You can park in the Columbus Commons or the Huntington Center. They have garages that you can pay to park there as well. So state representatives all have offices in the Rife Center, in the Rife building. We occupy floors 10 through 14. So you're going to need to come into the Rife Center, check in at the lobby desk. They'll give you a name badge. You need to show an ID to do it, so make sure you bring that. Then you're going to wind up going up through security and up through to the third floor. There'll be someone at the third floor that is at a desk that can get you through another security check to somewhere between 10 and 14. When you get off the elevators, there's a central lobby that has a receptionist. They'll call the legislative office. The legislative office typically will send an aide out, or the aide will come out, or sometimes an intern, occasionally the member themselves, but someone will meet you in the lobby and bring you back to the office. Senators have offices actually in the State House. There are fewer of them, so they have a bigger space in the State House building. So you just enter the building through the security on 3rd Street, and then look in the Senate building for signs in terms of the number where your senator will be at. Think about how it might impact them directly, because when they are done with the conversation, they're going to want to know, okay, now what? Like, I hear you, I understand how this is important, but what can I do? And then you want to tell them. You want to say specifically, concretely, this is important, why, for my patients, and I need you to vote against the bill. Or I need you to make sure the bill doesn't have this part in it. Think up front what you hope to accomplish so that you're best prepared to do it during that meeting time.